Today I'm going to be comparing these Poron foam pads from Poron, and I'm going to be comparing what they do on different types of switches. So in the top row here, I have some Poron ink blacks, lubed and filmed, and these do not have the Poron under them. So these 1, 2, and 3 do not. Everything on the top row has no Poron on pad. And also have some radiant reds here. These comparison of the two. Alright, top row ink blacks with no pads. With pads. Top row radiant reds with no pads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Loud as hell. And then the row with pads. Do the ink blacks, just the radiant reds. Same thing without Poron. So they seem to have a nicer effect on things that sound almost more poppy, and the deeper switches doesn't have as much of an effect on it, but it still is an improvement in sound, at least in my opinion. I think this still sounds really good. These still sound pretty good. I mean, much better than that. You see it sounds a bit more plasticky and more, I guess, clackier, but it's not a good thing versus that, where it's more of like a smooth pop. And then with the ink blacks, brings out a deeper sound, definitely. It's a nice sound though. Yeah, so depends on what you have for these to be worth it. If you have a board with some really deep sounding switches, you might not get as much out of these versus like if you put it on radiant reds, they sound way better. This is all radiant reds, I think. It's much better sound with the radiant reds. Ink blacks, you don't get as much of a benefit, but I do believe they're pretty good. What they're meant for is to replace the PE foam mod. I don't know. It's not the same as the PE foam mod. I think the PE foam mod has a more homogeneous sound versus these. You kind of get the individual switches sound more, which is nice. But it also ends up working a lot better for the louder, poppier switches, and it thins the sound out a little. It concentrates the sound to more of the, I guess, the good part of the sound. Alright. Here's a sound test of the radiant reds with the Poron pads. Let's go 82.
Lucky you. You're so lucky. Yeah. The these ones are like not as loud. The black ones I'm putting in, they're not as annoying. These red ones are kind of annoying.